the magician will have his work cut out for him.
Welcome to our Film Fathers Podcast, the definitive podcast about fatherhood, film, and fatherhood in film. This is Jelani, and with me as always are my traveling shower curtain ring salesmen, Martin and Brady.
I want a fucking car right fucking now.
$6, am I right, nuts, since we're not landing in Chicago.
And with Thanksgiving coming up, we decided we'd take a comedic look at the trip home with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles from 1987.
A classic.
You guys think so? Classic. You watch this a lot. Love it.
I don't watch in the present tense a lot. I have watched it many times over the years, and own it, but no, I don't watch this.
You purchased it, own it, like you bought it or somehow acquired it.
I have it.
I'm just wondering. I don't think I would buy this movie. Is why I asked.
I have it. I don't know if it came in a multi-pack.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
I can tell you for certain that it is in the box in the basement on DVD, but I don't know how many dollars I spent on it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Martin. This isn't one that I would, have to break out like right before Thanksgiving, or it has to be one that I see all the time.
I think it is for people though. I think this is a Thanksgiving like tradition type movie.
Yeah, I can see why. It's not one that I go back to a lot. There are other movies that I enjoy like rewatching. So this one was it was a good trip back. You get to see it again. There's a lot of things that pop up that are in other movies that you kind of like, oh, that's that and that's this. And so it was a good nostalgic trip. But it's not one of the ones that I like have to break out every year.
And it's really good. John Candy, Steve Martin, like everyone likes John Candy and Steve Martin, right? Like, so they do a good job and they're very likable, even though they're unlikable, in many ways. John Candy especially, but he does. There's scenes and stuff that are very memorable.
That's funny because I would say to a degree that Steve Martin's
is the
unlikable in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
that's why I almost stopped. I corrected myself obviously, but I'm like, well, maybe they both.
I was just like listening to you flow, and I thought I knew where you were going, and you went, and I totally get why you said what you said.
Right.
But I think there's definitely a degree. I think I'm on the other path in terms of those two, but totally can understand why you took the path you took.
Yeah.
Well, before we get too far down the path, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles from 1987. Two guys take a longer trip home than planned for Thanksgiving. Obviously stars Steve Martin and John Candy. And, for me, I miss John Candy. Like, I really like John Candy in a lot of his roles, and just him being just kind of a goofy, big guy, before Farley and, other big guys, Jack Black and all them. But, like, he kind of paved the way.
I really I miss him, but I also just kind of wonder where he would be right now or what he would be doing. Like if there would be some type of, reunion with some of this stuff or what, I just feel like he'd still be working with a lot of these same people, John Hughes, Steve Martin, and it would, there'd be a lot of nostalgia plays. I think, especially this year if he was still around. So,
well, not John Hughes, but
what? John Hughes. Oh, he's dead as well.
Yeah.
Damn it. That's right. When did that happen?
A couple years back, at least.
Man, I'm out of the loop of all this stuff.
I mean, I think you're excused to not necessarily
I remember that now.
Tabs on that, but yeah. I was kind of listening. I was like, just seemed evident you were unaware, but we mentioned John Hughes, obviously, on our first dalliance.
Dalliance, wow, good word. I don't know that one.
Oh, let's just assume it works. With Mr. Hughes, this is up there, I think, in one of his best. Although it sounds like maybe you guys don't necessarily think it's great, but
yeah, I think that's fair to say. But yes, I think people definitely associate this with him and would say it's one of his top movies.
We talked about Candy. Do you guys want to stab at his top 4 on IMDb?
Known for
on IMDb.
I kind of do. So I have an idea.
I could start, I guess.
All right, go ahead.
Canadian Bacon.
Canadian Mounted.
Armed and Dangerous. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And Uncle Buck.
All right, I'm going to go Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors, Stripes.
You both got 2 of 4. The 2 you got, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Uncle Buck, classics, Spaceballs. Barf, guys, come on.
Yeah. My mug. My own best friend.
I would have thought for sure that Jelani had the 4th with Great Outdoors, but it is Splash.
Oh, barely in there, right?
Truthfully,
but
I don't remember
he Hanks'
him.
best friend?
I think so, yeah, but I wouldn't say that.
Give me Cool Runnings over
Cool
Splash.
Runnings, Summer Rental.
Yeah. So
Home Alone too.
JFK. I mean,
I didn't know he was in that.
yeah. I just saw it, but I actually, as I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, it was Nothing But Trouble.
Oh, Nothing But Trouble.
Yeah, I know. We think we brought that up before.
Early Tupac and Digital Underground.
Anyway, so I thought for sure you guys would get. I actually thought you'd all would both say Spaceballs, but
No.
Splash seemed like
it didn't pop up.
Splash is the one that IMDb is like, well, hold on, we got to throw it in there that no one's going to pile ever guess.
Just to make the game impossible.
Spaceballs is another one that I was thinking about earlier today. Like Mel Brooks, just in general, like his movies were great. Like I love parody films, and those are always good.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles and
forte.
Spaceballs and Young Frankenstein are just so good. All-timers, yeah.
Well, Hughes, I think we talked about Hughes' top 4 back. Was that Vacation? When we did, when we talked about him, he obviously has his wheelhouse and he was crushing it for quite some time. And this is, I think this is considered somewhat of an all-timer. And I think if I remember correctly, it is on his top 4. It's a perfectly cast movie with the two of them. I think you said that everybody loves Candy. Everyone loves Martin. I don't truly know how much I love Steve Martin. I definitely think and it's not just because of this movie, which, like I said, I think he's kind of a dick throughout. But yeah, I don't know. That I know what he is and did for comedy through the years and the banjo currently, but I don't know. I don't know how much I love him. Candy, on the other hand,
I think that's fair.
Candy, on the other hand, I agree. So lovable. We talked about those movies, and you look back, he's just. And by the way, Spaceballs in this movie, both the same year, 87.
Good year.
Solid couple movies.
Watching Candy like in the car when he's listening to Ray Charles
and just doing the piano on the
and
dashboard.
just loving
He's
it.
up on the dashboard too. He's up high,
smoking and
playing the saxophone.
Yes,
I was like,
I agree. That is a classic scene. I know lots of people that just do that, that recreate that when they're in the car rocking out.
But like you said with Martin, I enjoy Steve Martin more than I enjoy Martin. But yeah, I
saw that one coming. Couldn't do anything about it.
Couldn't get out of the way. But yeah, I don't know. Like there are times when like he's good and he's what you need, and then there are other times where like just cut. He's
such a
like
jerk.
cutting deep.
In this movie, you mean particularly or in general?
He's saying in general. I thought you were saying in general.
Yeah, in general.
Yeah,
in general.
And in this movie, you're right. Yeah, I mean, he was definitely mean-spirited early on. But when I was thinking about it, I'm like, it's justified. I mean, when he takes off his shoes and sock and the plane, I'm like, that's just my dogs are barking.
It's obviously pushed to the limit by how annoying. Yeah. Especially you can take into consideration it's a complete stranger.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you have any sort of entitled or any reason to be attached to this person other than this dumb luck of a trip that you're on. But it is. He is multiple different times. He's just kind of a dick.
But yeah, when he's complaining about not getting his first class seat, it's like, settle down, buddy. You can handle coach from New York to Chicago. Yeah,
2 hour
flight. Yeah, you'll be fine. And then like with the rental car, yes, it's annoying when the car's not there. But yeah, don't throw away your seat, dude. You're gonna get screwed. Your rental agreement.
I also feel like whoever taught him how to run in this movie was the same person who was working in Taken.
Nicely done. Nice pull.
I didn't dive into that, but it might have been the first foray into. I have an idea for a job.
Like pumping those arms with his briefcase and other things.
Yeah, there were multiple times I felt like it was kind of an over exaggeration on things, and that was Steve Martin-ish to a point. I think in his comedy, in SNL,
his part of the physical humor is
right.
Like doing those faces and that kind of stuff. That for sure. That I don't find. Like I think to your point, I don't find terribly hilarious, but he is a likable person in general. I think. So.
Yeah, maybe we could see him again.
Yeah, there's a couple of
them. Father of the Bride.
Father of the Bride. Yeah, that's been mentioned to me as one we should talk about at some point. So whenever your daughter gets married, then we can.
Episode 75.
Wait, what?
Add a 0 to that.
Yeah, we're on 29, right?
Nope.
I did note the 1 Degree of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, when I saw him, he just is the guy that steals the cab.
Just a guy. So this baffled me. Why
use Kevin Bacon for that?
Why?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, he must come back. I'm like, I didn't. I thought maybe I misremembered it.
3 years after Footloose, 1 year after Quicksilver.
I think
second Quicksilver mention, by the way.
I think it's what you call a cameo, straight cameo. Like just like a fun.
He's like not even barely. He's credited as like guy chasing cab. Like it just there's something weird. I didn't go wholeheartedly like.
When was Footloose though?
3 years prior.
So 84.
Oh wow, yeah.
So like this is not like a guy
not building off of that,
which is what I assumed. I'm like, oh, this must be before all that because he was taking whatever role he could get. But like you starred in a movie
doing John Hughes a favor. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see the connection there either. But it struck me as odd as a noticeable person that you've seen who just is in the movie for 10 seconds.
Guy that steals the cab,
Yeah. So
Ferris Bueller's dad was his business partner, right?
Yeah, I called that too.
Did you? The guy says you'll never make the 6.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting across to the table.
So they both are flying from New York. They work together. They're flying from New York to Chicago and don't fly on the same plane. Aren't planning to travel together.
Because the one guy was just like, I'm not going to try to rush it.
But they talked about that right then. How'd they get out there?
I mean, that's the thing watching this movie now, like after years of extensive travel that I've done for work and going to New York, doing this Chicago, it looked like he was in LaGuardia, I think. LaGuardia to
JFK,
O'Hare.
Actually.
JFK
that's what
was
his ticket said.
I've done that too. Got out of Newark as well because that's sometimes closer. But like having done that trip and having been delayed multiple times and being canceled and having to find a last minute hotel, I felt that. It hit different this time resonates. Watching it. Yeah, because I've definitely done that many and I've been, knock on wood, relatively lucky. Like it hasn't happened that much, but through the years, enough times to feel his pain for sure. I've never had a train break down on me, which I thought was where the point where it was like he would have made it by that point. Like the planes, sure, yeah, you get sometimes you have to touch down in Wichita or somewhere else. I think I did Omaha one time where they just landed and we got back out that same day. Didn't get stuck in Wichita or anything like that, but yeah, I thought the train. Once you got the train ticket, it's very rare that a train breaks down, and that they don't give you like another train right behind it or something like that.
Hit a cow or something. Give me a reason why this thing, other than the bad luck, but it fit the theme of what they were going for.
But for sure, just
a comedy of errors.
Added to the frustration.
Though the worst delay I ever had traveling was last year. I was in Denver, and it was
Sunshine State.
Got hit by that bomb cyclone, and it shut down everything in Denver. Like
Arctic blast.
All the airports were shut down. So I spent the next night in Denver, and then we went to the airport the next day, thinking that everything would be cleared out. Ended up sitting at the airport for probably 16 hours. Like all day. Like I ran into Drake randomly. Just saw him walking through the airport. I'm like, Drake. He's like, what? And he was catching a plane.
We're all in this hellhole together.
Yeah.
He was catching a plane out of there to like St. Louis to then come back up. And I even thought about doing that. But eventually I got on a plane at the very end because they were going to book me. Originally they were going to book me on a flight that left Denver, flew to Seattle, and then flew to Chicago. And I was like, why? What is your thought process behind this?
There's some reason for it.
So
Trust
eventually,
the process.
Yeah. And then I ended up sitting and waiting, and then
sit there or sit on a plane, one or the other.
Yeah, you could have. If you had Del Griffith with you, he would have told you, brought you to the Braidwood Inn, and they had a motel to stay at, and just flown out the next day.
Did you guys recognize the no lines? The other seat partner to Martin's right,
the window guy.
The window guy. Did you recognize
the actor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him. He's the old man in a couple of things.
No reason to know his name. It's Bill Irwin, but there's no reason to know that.
I can't full on place him what I know him from.
So, it was one of those I was like, I thought for sure he's going to be more of a character as I saw him because I recognized him, but nothing of note that other than he is in the Seinfeld pilot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's actually in 2 episodes of Seinfeld. One of them is the pilot, which he's like an old man something or other, but as aficionado, I definitely remember now him.
That's what you recognize him from. Yeah, probably for me too. Then, if that's what it is, I couldn't place it.
Curmudgeon-y old man, I think, is with the same official big title. Old mustache that I think he's had for quite some time. But
what would you guys do if you did have to the last hotel room and there's just a double bed, no 2 beds? What do you do with this? Like, I mean, I remember thinking
you take the pillow, you take everything off, and sleep on the floor.
That's what I would do too, right? Yeah. Like I thought it was weird that they both were like,
as strangers, yes. Bed. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I knew the person, I
also felt it when he got out of the shower and just saw all this like stuff explode everywhere. I'm like, It was very disgusting this time around.
Oh,
so that stuff all over the sink. All the towels were wet already.
Everything's
it's like,
wet.
how does that happen? But yeah,
that was my biggest issue when he gets out of the shower and he's like, "Oh, there's no towels." You would have seen all that shit on the floor when you went in.
Yeah,
maybe he was in there a while. I mean, you know, suspend the disbelief. But I'm with you. I thought that too.
Yeah,
like, it wouldn't have been new when he opened the shower, but it makes for a much better scene when he like opens the shower curtain and then sees the disaster that is Del Griffith's bathroom habits.
The trunk has exploded into the bathroom.
The socks in the sink. Oh God.
How about the guy who came to pick him up in the truck? Did you recognize?
Yeah,
it was his first movie.
He was also in.
He's been in Seinfeld, and I couldn't place him though. I can't know his name.
I don't know his name, and not that way, but he's been in some other movies too.
Dylan Baker's his name, but yeah. And funnily enough, I just saw him in West Wing as I've been rewatching.
Okay.
He was in, I think he's a congressman or something along the line. But as soon as I did him, I was like, wow, there's a young guy with a whole lot of chew in his mouth
who didn't know how to spit.
Cha.
All that was like
improvised.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks.
Kind of added that he thought that character would.
They pretty much just let him rip, and he was trying to hack and.
So gross.
When
he went to shake his hand and he just wiped his mouth and you're just like, no. But before that, did you guys recognize the cabbie?
Yep.
And his lowrider and his switches?
Crazy Carl. That's a pretty good Weasley laugh you got there. Yeah, Carl from Billy Madison.
Our circle back to
everything's connected, guys.
Right? Well, especially when you get into forget the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. We got our own our film fathers connections.
Totally. I was going to say, I think what we might want to do is just from now on pick a movie that is in some obscure way connected, and that's the next movie. We're doing it anyway, somehow.
Without trying,
next
we're doing
week,
that.
Right? Yeah.
So at the hotel or the motel, Braidwood Inn.
Braidwood Inn. Like that,
which, side note, seems like it was going to be some good little spot, and it turns into a complete dump.
Yeah.
Which is also apparently outside of Wichita.
Great shower curtain rings, though.
Great shower curtain rings. That was where you kind of got a full-on dose of Martin being a huge, like, he lost it.
Yeah. And really early, that's what I remember in this viewing of it, too. I'm like, oh, he lays into him like 20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do they get back from that? But he just.
And Candy plays it great. Like, he's visibly hurt, but also proud of who he is, he is, and he owns it. I thought that was like this weird, and maybe give John Hughes a lot of credit, like just a great scene in terms of a very serious element buried in a comedy that is, but I thought was fantastic.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. And then, they do eventually fall asleep together and then wake up. And I mean, that's a funny scene too, as well.
Where's your other hand?
Between two pillows.
Those aren't pillows!
Just great. I mean, his little kiss on the ear is like, why did you just kiss me on the ear? It is. It's just funny to see. I'm like, how would he not notice that that's not his, like, John Candy versus his skinny little wife? No, it's fine. She's spooning me.
Hey, we didn't get to see how they live.
Yeah, right. We don't know what they do. We don't know who the little spoon is in that house.
Plus, Martin could have been cold.
Yeah,
he was just cold.
Yeah,
he was
it's nice.
Maybe they're in a random motel room in Commando. I don't know.
Doing things only adults do.
It's not for anyone. It's no one else's business.
So then they try to get back on a train, and
they changed mode of transit.
Right. And
we're on to the second part of the movie of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
And then they're sitting on the train, and then that starts to break down. And
have you ridden like so I rode the train every day to and from work. But have you ridden a passenger train like
cross state lines?
Yeah, I guess outside of right or wrong, I consider that different than what I did on a daily basis.
Yeah. So. Because I took the train too, and I wouldn't consider that like riding a train. But taking like a train from here to Kansas, or
I did it from Germany to Poland, but that doesn't really count.
And I've heard it's great. They got it figured out over there.
I mean, the heat broke down. It was terrible, and I got robbed on that train. So yeah, it was not a good experience.
Was it a great train robbery?
Yes.
Was there a murder
on the Orient Express?
The Orient Express. As I was talking, I actually took the Amtrak up to Milwaukee. So
okay.
I've taken the Amtrak up and back to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I don't even think I've done that, but no. I always kind of wanted to. I thought it would be a cool way to ride.
And it is different than the Metra, but not like drastically either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just curious if anyone had done.
As long as it doesn't break down.
Right.
That's the one thing it's supposed to do is just be on time and always run.
Yeah, I've heard, and I know people do that stuff. I mean, cross Canada and there's, cross country here, but although I don't know that it's as ideal anymore. But
yeah,
just curious if you guys had taken the train.
No,
riding the rails.
Nope, not unless you have to.
Not a hobo. Don't have my bindle over my shoulder.
Is that what that thing's called? Bindle?
Great use of bindle. So the train's short-lived.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And then they move on to the bus,
which is a nightmare. And I can tell from people that I have known they've taken a bus.
I've not taken the Greyhound or whatever, any of that stuff.
Yes, you have. Because I was with you.
In Boston?
We took
Boston to New York?
From Boston to New York.
We
took the. I was going to bring that up, and now I'm heartbroken that you don't remember.
I mean, obviously I remembered it as soon as you said it, but I'm like, I don't really consider that.
It wasn't as good for him as it was
across
for you.
state lines.
Yeah, you're right. Was it bad though? It seemed okay.
It's long, so it isn't as bad as I took the Greyhound from Chicago to Iowa City.
Yeah, that seems like
it's
it might
like
be
6 hours,
a rougher ride.
and you stop so many times, and it is brutal.
Yeah, because the people I think on that that are riding the bus from Chicago to Iowa City are a little different than from Boston to New York.
So the first one I ever did was with you when we spring break. We went to Boston for St. Patty's Day, and then we Greyhounded down to New York City for a couple days.
Great trip.
Then I did Chicago to Iowa City. I think back too, which there was like a point where it's like never again. I've also done it in Mexico from Guadalajara airport over across country to Manzanillo, I think. But yeah, and that was like
Guatemala?
4 hours on my own. And literally on my own on a bus through the middle of Mexico. Ironically, the movie playing was in English, so I was the only
one. You were
set.
set.
Yeah, I got to enjoy it, but
no, I am not one for bus travel.
I don't recommend it.
No, and growing up, it's like we always had. Obviously, we travel trailered, so we just drove, and so just riding in the car was like that was our mode of transportation. So it was that or fly. No buses for us.
Yeah, I think from how far is I didn't look this up. I should have. How far is Wichita from Chicago? Like I think I might have just done a rental car instead of trying to take the train.
That was the first. I mean, I think at that point they're just making the movie.
Yeah,
more than anything.
I'm saying instead of the bus, I think I might be like, at this point, wherever they broke down in between, because the train rode for presumably a little bit.
It was in the middle of Missouri, I think. Would be
because they said if you walk up the road, we can get you to Jefferson City.
Okay. Yeah. So Wichita is 724 miles away from Chicago, which
it's kind of rough.
Google gives you just under 11.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
no, I
think
I'd rather than a bus. You're right. I would roll the dice on a bus.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're taking what you can get. From Wichita to, and this is also keep in mind, let's say 87, the year it came out. So I mean, things are a touch different. Also, it seemed like he hadn't talked to his wife pretty much in days. So I don't know if she thought he ran off with a large man named Dell or what. But
and like you said, you're not just pulling up something on your phone to get a rental car that's waiting there for you.
I mean, that's the other thing. Technology would have made this movie very different. Like if they remade this now, they're probably
it doesn't exist without a dead cell phone or a stolen cell phone. Or I thought about that too. I'm like, how could you make that like you're buying a burner? I mean, you're doing something that can get you.
You're stealing a burner from the drugstore.
So yeah, when people say they want to travel back in time, I say be careful what you wish for.
You really want to go back to the 60s when they had nothing?
Like,
might be peaceful.
I'll see you in maybe a month. But the rental car, and I think what is one of the more memorable scenes from the movie. I'd say two memorable scenes are actually related to the movie. Him losing it when he sees that there's no actually rental car there. Have you had that happen?
Not.
It doesn't really work that way anymore.
There were, and also that lot was full of cars. Like he would have gotten another car
had he not thrown his.
They also would have had some record of it, but whatever.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. That's the first thing I thought.
He would have gotten another car. Like,
right.
Well, it's also
had he not laid into a
the secretary from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ed, you sounded like Dirty Harry just then.
But yeah, so him losing it is one thing, and then him in the F-bomb rant
Yeah.
which you alluded to earlier, is I think a well-known scene from the movie.
Totally. But you're saying that rental, or not when they're actually driving? What's the other?
Him losing it in the parking lot when he doesn't have his car,
okay,
and then him laying into into her.
Yep.
But then old Dell.
Dell's rental car,
which is his rental car.
Oh, right, because he gets it from.
Which is why there was no car in the spot.
Yeah.
That's how I. Oh,
is that what you think?
Yeah.
You think he actually stole V5?
Because he had his card.
No, it was supposed to be a white Lincoln or something
really?
like that. Yeah, they said he's like, the white Lincoln in V5 or whatever.
Missed that.
Yeah, so it wasn't the car from Vacation, the old family truckster.
Which definitely it had, and I think I saw it was supposed to look like that.
Yeah,
because
they did the paneling.
You have John Hughes. I mean, so
clearly he has a thing for these green.
Or it was his own throwback type vibe, but
right, a callback to Vacation.
Right.
Yeah.
A nice vomit green.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know what model
ugly car that starts on fire, and then by the end of it, I totally thought back to our Tommy Boy episode.
Yeah,
you said that totally. I didn't think about that, but that's
it's just like the car was destroyed, and
still driving.
They're driving super.
The car was destroyed. They're trying to get through. They spin out the same way they do in Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
There were so many parallels as I was watching. I'm like, oh, this is probably
it had to be where they kind of pulled from that, right? I would think so, but
we almost hit a deer.
Right?
What are we gonna do? We can't just leave it here.
Yeah, it was, and that was the Ray Charles scene, or the scene where he's
doing the mess around.
Doing the mess around. It is such a great scene. I don't know if that's a memorable one per se. I think it's one of the better ones, but.
And I think that it was just interesting, like that they would even play it up, like them releasing their fingers from the dashboard.
Well, so that's after though. What we forgot though, which I would say is another memorable scene, is
you're going the
wrong way.
Oh.
How does he know where we're going?
You're right. Then he's mocking the drink.
Well, right. I paid attention to it was very clear that he was going the wrong way on the exit. Like, how would he not know? I don't know.
You realize how many times that happens, like just in Chicago alone?
Does it really?
I mean, I don't know.
What do you say? You see it, or you hear about it on your?
It's on the news.
Scanners? Oh, okay. Really?
No, free. It happens every single time it happens. I'm like, how does this happen? How could this possibly happen? And it happens over and over. And I might be alcohol related a decent amount of times, but
I mean, there are a lot of Trump voters out there. It also could just be not enough signage. Maybe they have more now, because there are. If you're going the wrong way now, it'll say wrong way, a bunch of red signs.
Theirs was actually almost justifiable, because the way they spun out, he just started driving, and the road was right there.
Yeah.
And I think that part didn't jump out at me as strange that he would have done that. I think in general it's a weird thing to do, and when Jelani did it, I thought it was weird too. But but it does happen, and it happens a weird amount of times. I mean, when we lived in the city, it was I swear to God, almost weekly there was an instance of someone getting on the highway the wrong way, and I'm just like, how does this keep happening?
The kid is back on the escalator.
Seriously, great callback. But that one is. The you're going the wrong way, I feel like, is one of those lines from this movie that everyone kind of knows.
Yes.
So
then they can't drive the car, and they have to get into a semi, the back of a semi truck.
Well, he does drive the car for a while.
Yeah, right.
He gets pulled over by a cop.
Right. Michael McKean.
Yeah. McKean.
I think it's
McKean.
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 But obviously been in a lot of stuff. Most recently, Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah, right.
Great.
Spinal Tap is.
Yeah, no, I mean he's got his.
But yeah, as you said, getting into the semi and riding not in the cab, not up front, but in the back.
So,
which is fitting for this movie, right? Like they just.
So there was a weird thing about that. One, it struck me as odd because I think you saw like Chicago, like 100 miles, or 102 or something. My first thought was, I was like, dude, I'm calling her to come get me. I'm 100 miles away. You come down and get me. I will sit on the curb or on the shoulder
with 3 kids.
Whatever. After the trip, after 3 days.
Yeah, you haven't been home in a while.
And the whole family's coming over, and she's got to make the turkey and
send your dad. I don't care. But
that's true. Yeah, that's
somebody
true.
Come this
send an
way.
Uncle.
But there was a weird thing. They were coming the wrong direction.
The way that they were showing the shot. No,
they came from Wisconsin, because the Michael McKean was a Wisconsin state trooper.
I was trying to figure out what his badge was because I couldn't see it.
Initially, this movie was like over 3 hours long, and they overshot Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And so they were actually 100 miles north in Wisconsin. And
it's like Dumb and Dumber. It's 100 miles that way.
So speaking of you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
So then they had to actually come back. And when they got out the exit the correct way, they were, it was coming southbound.
This movie would not have been made better if it was longer. I think it was a good amount of time. It was half an hour. I'm sorry, an hour and a half. That seems like a perfect length.
So this was interesting to me. So according to the editor, Paul Hirsch, the original cut of this movie was 3 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yikes. That's insane.
He and John Hughes edited it down to 2 hours. This version was test screened. It was probably used to edit trailers for the film, which is why they show a lot of deleted scenes. Movie was then edited again down to 1 hour and 33 minutes.
Perfect.
They shaved over 2 hours off the original filming for theatrical release. According to Hirsch, a 2 hour version still exists, but he doesn't know where it is. Hughes shot over 600,000 feet of film, almost twice the industry average at the time.
I can't imagine that there's not a market for getting that out there. Like I would love to see
the rumored 3 hour version of the film does indeed exist, although not in order. Moreover, it's a mess of footage that would take months, maybe years, according to Hughes at the time, to transform into an actual film. It's locked away in a Paramount vault, and according to Hughes, most of it's probably deteriorated by now.
Oh, that's a shame.
And I don't know when that was, obviously, but I thought that was insane that they had that was that long of a movie, especially back then.
How much feet did
it said over 600,000 feet.
Okay, so there's
did we talk about the length of film, I think, on the pod earlier?
I don't know. I heard it too, but there's like a award or something that like the film companies will send to filmmakers when they shoot like 1 million feet of film or something like that. It's crazy. Like when you shoot a certain amount, they're like, oh, you did this, and then they send you like this plaque or whatever.
Kubrick's got like 12 of them.
Yeah, but yeah, that's crazy to have a 3 hour 45-minute version of this film. Which,
yeah, just that people love this movie, and we've lost John Candy. I think you'd want to see as much deleted, John Candy footage as possible. Is why I think
we talked about it with Apatow. I think when we did 40-year-old version, they were talking about like that was at the time was one of the longest ones we had ever done. I'm sorry, this is just in my head.
That's
now
okay.
We're talking about it, but.
Which one? 4-year-old virgin is one of the longest?
I want to say
that they shot a bunch.
They shot a ton of film.
Because there was a lot of improvised stuff.
Right, and then they just let it run, and then they came back and were like, all right, well, we can cut this. But yeah, that's a huge chunk of film. Again, though, like, you'd be sitting there waiting for something to happen, and it just never does because you got 3 hours worth of movie. But bringing them back to, them driving around and freezing their balls off in the car with like, hey, you know what? We can't read anything, but the radio still works. Works pretty good.
I got it. 4-year-old version, they used over 1 million feet.
They got the plaque.
This was 600,000 at the time, which was over twice industry standard. Fast forward to 2005, and you have over 1 million.
Wow.
And I'm sure I don't think that's unprecedented or hasn't been done again. But
yeah. And I don't think. Well, I bet you it hasn't really, because I bet you a lot of people are on digital now, with the exception of some directors who don't.
Fair.
But still shoot on film, right?
Anyway, I thought that was absolutely crazy. But it tied into why McKean had a Wisconsin. I think they edited it well enough that you don't necessarily automatically catch it.
Right.
I was looking.
Yeah, clearly you were.
I was looking at his badge on his arm, and I'm like, that. I was looking for the shape of Missouri, and I'm like, that's not Missouri.
Oh well, it definitely wouldn't have been Missouri. If anything, I thought for sure.
Just Illinois.
When you leave St. Louis with a rental car, you're pretty much in Missouri, or you're out of Missouri. You're in Illinois.
East St. Louis, right? Yeah.
But I mean, and they had clearly traveled.
That's what I'm saying.
They spun their car around.
Yeah, they get to East St. Louis, and then you're there.
I think they edited it well enough to get past your sensor to say like, oh, they're okay. There was a point where I'm like, how far away could they still be? It's a 5-hour trip.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, when they're like falling asleep in the car, I'm like, really?
They're changing drivers. I mean, like legitimately. When you've been on this bender of a trip, I will drive until my eyes bleed.
Yeah,
just to get back.
You shouldn't have to.
Right.
Like it shouldn't be that.
It's not a fun drive, but it's not unbearable. So,
but yeah, I counted the total amount of vehicles used, and I think I got 8. So we started with the cab to the airport,
1,
the plane,
Nice.
2,
then the train,
3,
the bus,
You've already missed
4,
one.
the rental car,
5,
the trailer,
6.
and then the L at the end.
You forgot
Seven.
the back of the pickup truck that they rode. The guy with Dylan Baker, I told you
Oh,
to
yeah.
pick them up.
Yep. So that would be 8. The back of the pickup truck is 8.
But then I had another one that was 8. Damn it.
No, I think Brady
you?
got you. I think
A rental car bus.
Oh, the rental car
So 9.
bus.
Because he definitely gets out of the rental car bus, and then so that's another vehicle there. So 9. I did forgot the back of the pickup.
Yeah.
And
That one,
obviously
that one for sure.
That's a huge one. How did I miss
They're
that?
frozen in the back of the,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
dog.
With the dog.
Right.
Just give him the gloves. I thought that was such a random line from Candy that I thought really made me laugh.
So I don't think I've ever traveled 9. Like when I used to commute, I used to take the water taxi sometimes into the
you told me
city.
that.
So like I would think about that. I'm like I took my car to the train to the water taxi, and sometimes take
A shuttle or something.
a shuttle. Yeah, exactly, a shuttle after that. So I'm like that was like 4 to just commute to work or whatever. And I'm like that seemed like a lot. But this 9 seems like very excessive to just try to get home.
Yeah, I think 3. That's the same situation. Drove to the train to the city, shuttle a cab from.
Sounds about right.
Station to
Sounds
work.
pretty average.
That's about normal. As weird as that sounds, but yeah, 9 is impressive. Which, however, this idea came up. It's fantastic. Just the concept of a nightmare scenario trying to travel home for the holidays.
Yeah, and everyone. I mean, Thanksgiving is the busiest travel day, right, of the year. They always say.
They didn't really embrace that, and maybe it wasn't at that point, or maybe it was and less talked about. That was its own thing.
Yeah,
because I think now that's
except for this year because no one going anywhere.
There's still people going.
I know. I'm
There
kidding,
will be.
but speaking of which, what are your Thanksgiving plans? Nada. You?
Not for good reasons, but my parents are going to be in the state, so they're going to come by, and my sister's coming up as well. So we're just going to have a gathering at our house with just us.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, so now we are in charge of cooking.
Have
for
you
everybody.
before?
I have not.
You don't cook anyway, do you?
I dabble. I mess around. I made some buttermilk biscuits
the
this
mess around?
weekend.
So no.
I do a little mess around.
So no.
So no, this is going to be.
I made some biscuits once. Okay, well, we're talking.
Let me tell you, YouTube's going to be your friend. I mean, there's
100%.
so much,
100%.
so many videos on. You could do anything.
Yeah,
with.
there's also a catering service that I'm thinking about
It's
considering.
not a bad idea.
I
And
personally,
there's lots of restaurants obviously that are hurting and would love your business. So
Right.
yeah.
that's actually a valid point. 1 year, I had never done like full on make Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
And we actually went to my mother-in-law's in Palm Springs, and all of a sudden it was, who's going to make everything? So
They're
I'm
like,
like,
Brady.
I will. I mean, I kind of leaned into that. I
Nice.
was like, yeah. And this is pre-YouTube, to
Yeah.
be fair. Or
Yeah.
let's not say pre-YouTube. There was, I think, less people out there who were like, watch me do this.
Yeah.
And make your life easier.
Yeah.
Fully embrace it now. But and I just made full-on Thanksgiving dinner, and I crushed it. It was amazing.
What's your favorite dish?
And I felt better by doing it. I felt better like doing it. I mean, like the turkey is its own animal.
It's hard. You can't. You can't just like decide the day of that you're going to do a turkey because you got to defrost that thing. You got to brine
We went
it
and bought a turkey. I mean,
that day.
Might have been the day before.
Okay, yeah. I would say
No,
you
but to be fair,
need
I
a
don't
few
think
days.
it was. I mean, we didn't full on. I don't remember brining it. I don't remember. I know that that's what should be done. I don't think we will end up doing it. I've already been looked up smoking a turkey a couple times this year.
Let's do it in the Traeger, man.
There's multiple recipes. I just don't know that we need to. I'm probably going to end up doing beer can chicken instead.
Or what you can do is just buy a couple turkey breasts or like just thighs or something and do that. So like to have like a, not the whole bird, but you want the whole bird.
It's this weird thing though that like it's kind of this endless, I don't want to call it tradition because I don't necessarily think it started out that way. It just, I rarely ever have turkey on Thanksgiving.
Oh.
It just has been this way. Like when we go home to my dad's, we've had steaks, we have beer can chicken, we have a multitude of other things. Rarely ever turkey. I don't miss it. It's actually not that big a deal to me.
What's the traditional dish that you like?
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes are, I don't participate in Thanksgiving if
there's
you're
no
not
sweet
going to have a sweet potato dish.
With or without marshmallows?
Gross.
Yeah, get out of here.
Well, I don't even care about the sweet potatoes.
You should.
Yeah,
It's one of the most
I'm okay with
nutritious
them.
foods out there. Which is not the reason I like them.
What, you don't do marshmallows either on yours?
No.
Crack a
I
can,
don't.
crack a
I'm just
can
saying,
of
people do. It's a thing. It's like
crack a can of yams if you need to, but do whatever you got to do. But
aren't yams and sweet potatoes the same thing?
No.
Yeah. Well,
They're not.
Oh, look at that!
They're not.
I love the dissension.
they're not,
Technically, they're not the same
but
thing.
they will
People
suffice.
use them
People use them
interchangeably.
interchangeably,
But I'm saying if I need sweet, you got to have something there, in the vein of sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
in order
for sure.
me.
People
Give me a green
do
bean
it.
casserole. I'm
That's
big on
that's
the
what I like.
sides.
Yeah, I'm
More
green
than-
bean casserole and stuffing.
So I said turkey doesn't matter to me.
Are you stuffing or dressing?
I call it stuffing, but yeah, you can call it dressing. I'm fine with that.
Out ×2.
Gravy, but you got to have gravy and turkey and mashed potatoes too. If you have all that and cranberry sauce, I'm
Oh, see,
good.
I don't need that. I don't need cranberry sauce. Stuffing I know is popular. I think it tastes it's hot garbage, so I don't need it.
It's hot garbage.
I think literally.
It's just wrong.
That is give me some dressing. Give me some macaroni and cheese.
Oh, you do mac and cheese on Thanksgiving.
Eh.
Maybe I should do that.
You can do that all the time.
No,
Yeah,
not
that's
the
a-
way my aunt makes it. The way the recipe she has
So-
is phenomenal.
Make it then.
Oh, I do.
No, this year.
I will.
Okay.
It's going to be made. I've made it.
Fine then.
Okay then.
Fine.
Are you mental?
But yeah, we'll do that. We'll do turkey. We'll probably do ham, and then probably roasted Brussels sprouts.
Yep.
Just to throw some bacon in there. We'll just
Yep.
keep
Like
the meat coming.
Yeah. Lots of meat. That's good. So what I like
Wait,
to
so are you doing a bird?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do a turkey because my dad wants turkey and
Sorry, is
wants
Jen
turkey.
doing a bird?
Jen and my dad are gonna be doing the bird.
Oh, you should really. I'm telling you, I like felt better about myself for doing it. I had no clue what the hell I was doing. I felt better about
Oh,
it.
I probably will. It's not that I can't cook.
You just told me you weren't.
No, I've never done that. So it's going to be something new.
I'm telling you, I understand. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've walked that path. You'll feel better for doing it.
All right.
Especially if you have your family in town to make it, because
just don't fuck it up.
for better or worse, you don't always get that opportunity. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that my mom, typically she would grill it. She would grill the turkey.
The
But
whole thing.
yeah,
That's hard
the
to do.
charcoal and
Oh, so like off indirect heat, right? Like you can't. Yeah. Okay.
yep.
Nice.
And I was like, well,
That's smoking it, really. Essentially.
the origin of smoking, is that.
yeah. So, but I don't have a Weber. And does anybody have a Weber grill?
You mean
like
like a little smoky or a big
No,
smoky?
like the big one.
Yeah.
The
no.
big like.
I have a Traeger. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I have. Is the Traeger now too.
Yeah.
So
And so I'm not necessarily big on turkey for the first meal of the day, but I need to have the turkey for my turkey sandwich that I make later, and that's why you also need the stuffing because my manager's husband actually told me to do this. Like put the stuffing in a waffle iron, and that's how you make like a nice layer of bread that goes in the middle of the sandwich.
I don't know about your sandwich, so
Well, I'm just.
is there? We have a
I'm telling
name,
you already.
or I'm sure I'll see it on the gram.
Right, it's already been out there.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
from like 2 years ago, I think. But yes, I don't know. The name might be. I've been rolling around with just the leftovers sandwich, but I don't know.
Okay.
People say like that's not good enough.
So I'll be. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to end up doing a turkey. I don't. There's only going to be the four of us. I mean, 2 adults
right.
and 2 kids is like
And the kids aren't eating any of that.
they might have a couple bites, but
Yeah.
like it's not worth the trouble right now. But I am a huge fan of making beer can chicken, and I've done it a couple times already on the Traeg, and it's fantastic.
What beer do you use?
Usually something like a Budweiser or something. Occasionally, mostly because I want to drink the good stuff,
Yeah.
rather
Right.
than cook with it. But
And I don't know how much good like an IPA would be in that. You know, it might just have some
whatever
off
the
flavors.
beer is, I usually end up dumping a bunch of seasoning in it as well.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which I've
So then does
created a
it
chemical reaction before. I don't know what caused it, but
some very volatile herbs?
all of a sudden there was it had risen.
I think any salt will do that.
It might have been salt, and I don't
Salt
even.
and
Maybe it was
carbonate.
garlic salt. I'm not sure. Something. All of a sudden, I looked over. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
It's happening. Volcano chicken.
So does that the seasoning go in the beer and then it evaporates into the chicken?
Yeah, because you could season the outside of the bird, and
Right.
the concept is that then that would go to the innards. Yeah, I don't know if you ever made bacon chicken, but I'm a huge fan of it because 1, it's super easy, and 2, it's just fantastic.
Because it's moist.
And I've done it on the grill too before I had the Traeger.
People love that word, right?
Yep,
Always.
glossing right past it.
Keep it moving.
But yeah, the sides will be interesting. We'll have to figure out some sides this year, for nothing else, to try some stuff. Because I've been looking, I've keep looking up like new sides to do on the Traeger, because there are so many different options. And yeah, I might have to try something different.
What about desserts? You guys down with pecan pie, pumpkin pie? What are we looking at?
I'm a fruit-based pie man.
Cherry, apple?
Love cherry. Apple,
See, I'm an apple guy and
I don't
sweet
know.
potato pie.
You like sweet potato pie? Yeah.
Sweet potato pie.
I don't know if I've had sweet potato pie.
It's a life changer.
Yeah, you should probably get
As a
behind it
huge
if you love
pro
sweet
sweet potato.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay. Yeah, pecan doesn't do unless I missed the boat somewhere along the way. I don't.
I mean, if you get a really good one, it's just like anything else. Like really good, any one of these pies is going to be good. But
Yeah, I give me cherry. Give me a blueberry. Give me something like.
I'm more of
berry.
a savory guy anyway, so I'm all about the original meat. I'd rather have the sandwich for dessert.
Fair. The leftover sandwich.
The leftover sandwich.
Justin
for dessert.
Thoreau.
Yeah, that show. Yeah, that show was pretty good actually.
Carrie Coon.
Carrie Coon. That's right.
So we'll see. What about you?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it small too. Just probably not seeing the whole family, because my family's close by, so we normally all get together. But I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. So yeah, we're not going to have like my parents over. Yeah. They might be over at my brother's, but yeah, we'll just keep it small.
Yep. No, we're staying close. May have a niece born right around Thanksgiving, so
it's a good time to be born.
We're waiting. We're waiting for.
Yeah, we got the birthday coming up.
Yeah,
that's
birthday
right.
Is actually on Thanksgiving this year.
On Thanksgiving this year, nice.
That'll be the release of this episode.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's exciting, but this year will be different. But yeah, we're playing it pretty cautious. So
as always, thanks for listening. Please subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're currently enjoying this podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook by searching our OUR Film Fathers exclusively in that order. Thanks, and go to bed. Happy Thanksgiving.